Kim Kardashian makes approximately $50 million to $80 million each year, depending on which website you believe, despite the fact that she doesn't really have any real skills or talents. She's not a trained actress, she's certainly not a professional singer, and she's definitely not an Olympic athlete. Yet, Kim Kardashian consistently out-earns many who are at the top of these professions. How is this possible? The answer lies in what I call the influence and income index. It's a principle that explains why people like Kim Kardashian and many others can command astronomical incomes without possessing any particular expertise or standout abilities. You see, in today's world, the highest pay doesn't always go to those with the most skills or to those who work the hardest. Instead, it often goes to those who are paid for who they are, not just for what they do. And here's the kicker. The more you're paid for who you are versus what you do, the more you're paid. This isn't just about becoming anywhere near as famous as a Kardashian or starting a reality TV show. It's about understanding a fundamental truth in business that you can apply to increase your own influence and income regardless of your field. And anyone can do this to make exponentially more money for the exact same work that you're currently doing right now. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down this index, showing you how people like Kim Kardashian's success isn't just a quirk of pop culture, but a principle that you can actually apply to your own career or to your own business to make significantly more money. I'll show you how you can start climbing this index even if you're not planning on launching a makeup line or a shapewear brand anytime soon. So first, let's define what the influence and income index actually is. The influence and income index consists of 5 distinct levels, each representing a significant jump in both influence and income potential. To illustrate how this works, we'll use the culinary world as our example. But these principles can be applied to any business or profession, whether you're a lawyer, a graphic designer, a teacher, or an entrepreneur. Understanding and climbing this index is your roadmap to more influence and higher earnings. Now, the lowest level of the influence and income index is the generalist. In the culinary world, these are your everyday cooks. They're the ones working in diners, cafeterias, or as line cooks in various restaurants. A generalist chef can handle a variety of tasks. They might whip up an omelet for breakfast, grill a steak for dinner, or toss together a quick salad. The key problem with generalists is that they're often viewed as commodities. In economics, a commodity is a basic good that's interchangeable with other goods of the same type. Just as one barrel of crude oil is essentially the same as another, one generalist chef can easily be replaced by another with similar basic skills. This commoditization is why generalist chefs typically earn at the lower end of the culinary scale. They usually get paid hourly rather than salary. They also compete primarily on availability and willingness to work long hours rather than on their unique skills or their expertise. Their income is limited because they're essentially selling their time and basic cooking skills, which makes them interchangeable parts of the kitchen. This concept of the generalist as a commodity isn't unique to the culinary world. In every industry, there are people who have a broad set of skills but no particular specialization. They're jack of all trades, master of none. While their versatility can be an asset, it often limits their earning potential and influence because they're easily replaceable. For a generalist looking to increase their income, simply working more hours or working faster isn't going to lead to a significant pay bump. To really boost your earning potential and break out of the commodity trap, you need to start climbing the influence and income index. So now that we understand the limitations of being a generalist, let's move up to the next level of the influence and income index, the specialist. In the culinary world, a specialist chef is someone who's honed their skills in a particular area of cooking. This could be a pastry chef who's great at making amazing desserts, or a sushi chef who's mastered the art of Japanese cuisine, or a pit master who's an expert in barbecue and smoked meats. But the concept of specialization isn't unique to the culinary world. Think about it in terms of medicine. If you needed brain surgery, would you want a general practitioner performing the operation, or would you seek out a neurosurgeon? The answer is obvious. You'd want a specialist who's dedicated their entire career to understanding and operating on the human brain. Specialists are viewed as experts in their niche, commanding higher fees across all areas. A neurosurgeon earns more than a general practitioner, just as a specialized chef earns more than a line cook. Specialists solve specific problems that generalists can't, which makes them less interchangeable. This allows them to break free from the commodity trap, competing on their expertise rather than just their availability. When you need a particular problem solved, you're willing to pay more for specialized skills. Think about the brain surgeon. Now, the third level of our influence and income index is the certified specialist. In the culinary world, this might be a chef who's earned advanced certifications or culinary degrees. Think of a master sommelier who has passed rigorous rigorous exams to become an expert in wine, or a chef who's earned the title of Certified Master Chef from the American Culinary Federation. Or maybe they've been awarded a Michelin star. These certifications and advanced degrees serve as third-party validation of the chef's expertise. They signal to potential employers, clients, and customers that this professional not only has a specialized skill, but also has met stringent industry standards. The additional credibility allows certified specialists to command even higher fees than regular specialists. In other fields, this could be a lawyer who becomes board certified in a specific area of law, an accountant who becomes a certified public accountant or a CPA, or a project manager who earns their project management professional (PMP) certification. These credentials set them apart from both generalists and uncertified specialists, further increasing their perceived value and earning potential. Now, the fourth level of the influence and income index is the expert authority, and this is where things get really interesting and where you start to see individuals earning significantly more, but not necessarily because of formal training or superior skills, but instead it's due to their perceived expertise and influence. What makes this level so powerful is the perception of authority itself. Think about it like this. If you're at a conference and the person next to you in the audience gives you advice, you might take it or leave it. But if that same person gave you the exact same advice while standing on stage giving a presentation at the conference, you'd be much more likely to take it seriously and probably act on it. That's the power of perceived authority. Another example in the culinary world is Andrew Rea, better known as Binging with Babish on YouTube. Rea's background is in filmmaking, not cooking. He started as a self-taught home cook who began making videos recreating dishes from movies and TV shows. As his YouTube channel grew, he took some professional cooking classes to enhance his skills, but he's far from having traditional culinary credentials. However, Rea is viewed as an expert authority in the cooking space. Despite lacking the extensive training of a professional chef, he's amassed millions of followers who turn to him for cooking advice and entertainment. His perceived expertise comes from his ability to break down complex recipes, his engaging presentation style, and the trust that he's built with his audience. He's also published cookbooks, further cementing his authority status. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Rea could charge significantly more for a private cooking session than even a more skilled professional chef. How does this make any sense? Well, it's because people aren't paying for the meal anymore. Now they're paying for the experience of having Binging with Babish in their kitchen. They're paying for the story they can tell their friends. In essence, they're paying for who he is, not what he can do. As an expert authority, Rea's earning potential extends far beyond just cooking skills. He makes money from YouTube ad revenue, sponsorships, merchandise sales, best-selling cookbooks, and potentially high-priced private appearances. He's earning far more than many professionally trained chefs who haven't established themselves as authorities in the digital space. And this principle applies across all industries. Expert authorities have moved beyond just selling their skills. They're now selling their knowledge, their personality, and their influence. They've become known not just for what they do, but for how they connect with their audience. It's at this level where we see a significant disconnect between formal training and earning potential. An expert authority like Rea might not have the technical skills of a Michelin-starred chef, and his actual cooking, which is his deliverable, might be the same or even inferior to that of a less-known professional chef. But it doesn't matter. His position as an authority figure in the online culinary world allows him to charge exponentially more and generate incomes in ways that go far beyond traditional cooking careers. People are paying him for who he is, not just what he produces. An easy way to establish this authority for yourself is by creating content that showcases your expertise. This can take several forms, with writing a book being one of the most powerful. Once you're a published author on a topic, you're instantly viewed as an expert, regardless of your formal credentials. A book serves as a powerful calling card and can open doors to speaking engagements, consulting opportunities, and even media appearances. And it doesn't even have to be a bestseller. Simply having your name on a book cover can significantly boost your perceived authority. Another effective method is regular content creation. Consistently producing valuable content in your niche can build your authority over time. This can involve starting a blog where you post articles regularly, creating a YouTube channel with informative videos, or launching a podcast where you discuss industry topics or interview other experts. The key is consistency. Regular content creation keeps you top of mind in your industry and demonstrates your ongoing engagement in your field. Speaking at events is also a powerful way to establish authority. Presenting at conferences, workshops, or webinars positions you as an authority figure. When you're on stage, you're automatically perceived to be an expert. Start with smaller local events and work your way up to larger industry-wide conferences. Each speaking engagement builds your credibility and leads to more opportunities. Remember, the goal of these activities is to increase your visibility and demonstrate your expertise. As you consistently share your knowledge and insights, you'll build a reputation as an authority in your field. This perceived expertise, more than your actual skills or credentials, is what will allow you to command higher fees and attract better opportunities. And that brings us to the fifth and highest level of our influence and income index, the celebrity. In the culinary world, think of chefs like Gordon Ramsay, Wolfgang Puck, Rachel Ray, or Bobby Flay. These individuals have transcended being mere experts in their field and become household names. However, it's crucial to understand that you don't need to be a nationally recognized figure to reach this level. You just need to be a celebrity within your own industry or niche. For instance, in the legal marketing space, I've positioned myself as a celebrity of sorts. While the average person on the street might not know who I am, within the legal industry, I'm widely recognized and can command top dollar for my services. At this level, income potential skyrockets and becomes almost entirely disconnected from actual skills or deliverables. For example, George Foreman, a former boxer with no culinary expertise, has made far more from his grill endorsements than Gordon Ramsay, one of the most famous chefs in the world, has ever made from cooking. Yet even Gordon Ramsay, if he leverages his celebrity status, can charge astronomical sums for appearances, far beyond what most skilled non-celebrity chefs can command. In my own niche of legal marketing, I can charge significantly more than other experts with similar or even superior knowledge in some areas, simply due to my celebrity status within the industry. The key here is that people are no longer paying for your skills or even your expertise. They're paying you for your name, for your brand, and for the prestige of being associated with you. A restaurant might hire Gordon Ramsay as a consultant not because he'll provide better advice than any other top chef, but because they can advertise that they've been Gordon Ramsay approved. This principle applies across all industries, whether you're a chef, a lawyer, a marketer, or in any other field. Reaching this celebrity status within your niche can exponentially increase your earning potential. It's the ultimate demonstration of being paid for who you are rather than what you do. The key to transcending from an expert authority to a celebrity in your field lies in consistent, high-quality content creation. By regularly producing valuable content, whether it's through books, articles, videos, podcasts, or speaking engagements, you not only reinforce your expert status, but also increase your visibility and reach. Over time, this consistent presence can lead to broader recognition, media attention, and a growing fan base. As your name becomes synonymous with your area of expertise, you may find yourself transitioning from someone who is respected within your industry to someone who is widely known and sought after. This shift can propel you into the celebrity level, where your name alone carries significant weight and value, which allows you to command even higher fees and attract opportunities that were previously out of reach. Remember, becoming a celebrity doesn't necessarily mean becoming a household name. It's about becoming the go-to person in your niche, the one everyone in your industry knows and wants to work with. By consistently creating valuable content and positioning yourself as an expert, you can dramatically increase your perceived value and potentially move from an expert authority to a celebrity in your field. To see a real-world example of how this works, check out my video about Tom Brady's final touchdown football, which sold for a staggering $500,000, only for that buyer to face an unexpected disaster that would completely change the ball's value overnight.